I think it's gonna flop. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Okay. I think the One Piece live action will flop, and I don't feel like I'm really off base saying that because we all saw the trailer. A good amount of us saw the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was good.
It was not good.
Okay.
The trailer was trash.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 122 of Keeping It 9000. On this week's episode, we talked about why we think the One Piece will succeed.
No, it won't. It's gonna be a flop, major flop, fam.
We'll talk about it on the episode.
Yes, sir. We're also going to talk about anime that need a reboot. We already saw that Rurouni Kenshin's getting a reboot, and we got some anime in mind that could do the same and have amazing success. Make sure you check it out.
And last but not least, y'all asked for a sports anime recommendation. I'll tell you because Kev's not going to tell you. So stay tuned to the end of the episode for that.
Yes, sir. And this episode is going to be dropping soon in 3, 2, 1.
It's over 9,000!
What is up, y'all? What is good? What is up? What is good?
What's
you
good?
know the vibes. It is Keep It at 9,000. Otaku with my bro taku. Shonen with my bronin. Anime conversations from a NYC.
POV, you heard?
You heard. You know who's on the pod. You got Kev on the right. You got Jay on the left.
Yes, sir. Hi. What's up, guys?
What's good, fam? Just wanted to let y'all know, if they're listening to this for the first time, this is Keeping It 9000. This is a podcast where I, Kev, talk with my childhood friend Jay about anime, specifically anime-specific topics that we like to, just get into. Maybe compare and contrast some anime. Maybe do a little bit of a conversation about our thoughts on animes that are currently airing, animes that have aired in the past. It's all conversational anime-based topics is what this podcast is, where we talk about things from our point of view as New York City-born natives.
Facts.
Yeah.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Thank you. Appreciate you, fam. And for those of you who are already here, thank you for listening.
Appreciate y'all.
It's always good to have y'all give us feedback every week, so make sure you do that. And the best way to do so is by hitting us on our social media accounts. You can catch us on Instagram. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on all of these platforms. Make sure you do so. And, share the love around the people that you know. Spread the word, because Keep It at 9,000 is something that we're trying to grow, and we can't grow it without y'all. So make sure y'all share that. And also make sure you hop on our Discord.
Yes, sir.
Our Discord is a nice little Discord page where we have the ability to talk about different anime topics, engage everybody's opinions, but also share fun memes and anime news with one another. Hop on that. It's growing. We're getting up there. And we just want you to be a part of the journey. So, follow, subscribe, and hop on the Discord.
Pull up. Also, if you guys are listening to this on our audio platform, if you really enjoyed the episode, give us a rating and let us know what you thought about the episode. We appreciate your thoughts, and we love the feedback so that we can grow and build our podcast. So let's get to it.
Let's get it. All right.
Yo.
So, bro. One Piece has a live action movie coming out.
Yes, sir. Produced by Netflix.
Produced by Netflix in 2 months. They are dropping a live action One Piece. I just like to say 2 things.
Go ahead.
One, nobody asked for this movie. Nobody was like, you know what we need? We need One Piece with all its glory, with its ugly ass monsters, with the crazy powers that you see within the series, with the different type of landscape that you see. Bro, there's an arc where they're literally just in the sky.
Oh, Skypiea, right?
Skypiea arc.
Yeah.
Nobody said we want to see that made into a live action. And I can get more into that later. But 2, I think it's gonna flop. I'm just going to go out and say it. Okay. I think the One Piece live action movie will flop. And I don't feel like I'm really off base saying that because we all saw the trailer. A good amount of us saw the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was good.
It was not good.
Okay.
The trailer was trash. The actors don't look great. I mean, Luffy looks fine. Sanji and Zoro look like idiots. Nami, I don't even want to say, I'm not going to talk trash about Nami like that. But she looks fine. But it's
she looked fine. What you mean?
She looked fine. She looked regular.
But
she looked regular.
But she don't look fine.
Nah, she looked regular. She looked average. Regular Nami. That's what I got from that.
Yeah.
And there's characters that I would hate to see later as the series progresses if they like get a sequel, bro.
Okay.
Like, I don't think this movie is going to do well. I think they did a good job in picking one of the most popular animes in the world, arguably the most popular anime, arguably the most popular anime in the world currently. But honestly, I don't see this movie being a success in terms of like the fans' eyes once it drops.
Okay.
I think the fans are going to see this and have the same. They're either going to have the same reaction or a similar reaction to what the fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the reaction that they had once that dropped.
They're trying that again.
They're trying that again as a series, though. But putting out One Piece as a movie, I have no excitement for it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do well, and I think that Oda made the wrong investment with being a part of this story.
So I'm gonna have to talk my mess and
Talk about
actually disagree completely.
All right, tell the people why you're wrong.
All right, guys. Oda's on the project. You think my boy's gonna sit there and be like, "Yeah, I'm signing off on trash"? Let's be real. He's gonna try to keep it as consistent as possible, like within the bounds on what it is, right? Mm-hmm. So like, there's that. I think the character selection is actually pretty spot on for what we can do, like with casting.
Exactly. You see how you have to keep putting. You keep having to put like a little bit of an asterisk above it. Like, I think the character selection is spot on for what we could do.
Because we got to understand, like, one, this is like a web show production. Like, it's not like major movie TV. It's Netflix. Two,
Netflix has major budget.
They have major budget, but it's like, yo, like they still have to, like, you know, see if going the live action movie route is something that they want to invest a lot of money to. And we gotta understand,
they don't have to see. They could just ask me. No, it's not what you want to invest your money in.
And
go live action anime fails all the time. Why do you think you're gonna be the ones to get it right? Why do you think you're gonna be the ones to get it right with One Piece, as specific as that is?
This is my thing. I think that people like, as an anime community, yes, we have been failed
every single time.
Every single time,
bro.
By the live action movies, right? But I don't know. I just think that, one, actually, speaking of budget, Netflix actually put more budget into this One Piece live action movie than the budget for Game of Thrones and what was that other movie? I think The Lord of the Rings. Like, they have a lot of money going to this shit.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy how they have so much money going into something that's gonna flop in front of our very eyes.
Let them do it, bro. I saw a comparison, like comparing like the actual anime scenes to the movie like trailer.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was not disappointed. Like, yeah, I know Luffy's power is gonna look goofy.
It's gonna look goofy as
hell. But
hell.
that's all superhero movies. They all look goofy, bro.
Nah, the Avengers does not look goofy.
What was, like, come on, they look kind of goofy.
Nah, not like how it's going to look with a man stretching out his arm. And let me put out another point over there. The reason why they're making this is because they want to be able to like profit off of it, and they want a specific amount of people to literally go to Netflix and watch this, right?
Yeah.
So that means eventually they're probably going to want a sequel.
Of course.
In the sequel, they're going to have to keep casting and like creating these like characters in One Piece.
Yeah.
And the characters in One Piece,
Yeah.
they're never going to look right in live action.
Of course, you're gonna need hella CGI. You're gonna need
One Piece. You got giants.
Yeah.
You got people who can literally like just drop their jaw 5 meters below their chin.
Yeah.
You got Chopper. He's never gonna look right, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna look like Sonic.
He's gonna look crazy.
He's gonna look like Sonic. Remember,
worse.
the first Sonic that had CGI? I think he's gonna look like that, but
He's gonna look
Chopper.
worse. It's never going to look good. One Piece is something that should have stayed animated. You got all these ugly ass characters that look crazy. Like, there's no proportions on some of these characters. You got a character with the head the size of this, and then the body like, I don't even know. The body's like the size of this, son.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy the way that One Piece sets up its characters, and you can put up with it when it's animated and drawn. But if it's live action, I don't think the fan base is going to put up with it. It's going to look crazy. I saw what Bucky looks like. He looks like a member of Insane Clown Posse right now. It doesn't look right.
I thought the Buggy was a very good comparison.
That motherfucker looks like it, bro.
Yeah, he's a clown. This nigga's a clown. What he's supposed to look like?
He's a clown, but he's not supposed to look like a horror movie clown.
Remember, like Buggy had a glow up too throughout every single part of it. Like, Final Buggy right now in the manga and like where he's at in what's that called, Wano, like that time, he looks great. But early Buggy, my boy's makeup was coming off. He was looking hit, bro. Like he was looking real bad.
It's never gonna look
like
good.
Young Luffy was scrawny. Young Zoro was scrawny. Young Nami was not fire.
And what was
like,
Luffy Brown?
Huh?
What was Luffy Brown? Tell me.
Luffy's not. It's not like he's Japanese.
I'm not saying he's Japanese, but is he brown?
I think he's pretty brown. When you look at him, I thought it was a pretty good casting for Luffy. I think the worst casting was probably looks wise.
Sanji looks dumb as fuck.
Maybe Sanji. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Sanji could have looked a little bit more. A little more chiseled. I don't know. Like he was like skinny in the beginning, but he could have been a little bit like chiseled skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Sanji looks dumb. Zoro looks pretty dumb too. To be honest with you, when they have their hair dyed dumb colors like green, nobody has green hair. You know, you could have get away with just giving the man's black hair.
That's the magic of One Piece, though. You got to do it. Like,
that's the magic of animated One Piece. Live action One Piece looks dumb as hell.
Yeah,
bruh.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna give it a try. I think I'm
gonna give it a try too. But my explanation, I was in the DMs with somebody that watches the pod when we brought it up. Yeah, because we had a lot of responses when we posted about it.
Yeah, we got a lot still in the DM. Sorry, guys.
So and I was like, I'll watch it, but my expectations are basement level, son.
Of course.
Like, my expectations are not up here. I'm not expecting anything from this movie.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, we've been failed literally every single time they've made an anime movie. I cannot name one anime movie that I've seen and liked that is live action. I cannot name one live action anime movie that I've seen and liked. Not at all.
This is going to be it, because it is a anime, like, live action adaptation. It's not a one-to-one.
I'm not asking for a one-to-one.
What do you want?
I want it not to be animated and to be live action. I want, if One Piece is doing movies, keep it animated. If any anime is doing movies, keep it animated.
So, but
live action anime, I don't want it.
So but this is the thing, right? Like, what can satisfy the customer as the person who wants a live action anime
Who
movie?
wants it? Nobody asked for it.
I want it.
You don't watch regular One Piece. Why you want to watch live action One Piece?
I want it.
No, you don't.
I want it. Because I want to prove all y'all niggas wrong. I want to prove all y'all niggas wrong that it's possible to make live action anime.
Not with One Piece. One Piece is not the one.
Give me the anime that's the one.
Anime that's the one.
Yeah, give me your top three right now.
Top three
anime that should be live action movies and can work.
Top three. It's gonna be hard. I think we've had this conversation before. Promised Neverland. There's a way that you can do it with that.
Okay.
Possibly even maybe Dr. Stone. Maybe not the scene where the man punches the lion in the face and knocks it out, but like
you can do CGI. That's pretty easy.
It's just somebody. It's just gonna look dumb as hell. A human punching a lion and knocking it.
You didn't see what's the I Am Human?
What?
Oh, not I Am. What's the one with Will Smith? I Am Legend. I Am Legend. Yeah, I Am Legend.
Yeah. He didn't punch a lion in the face.
He punched like a fucking weird shit.
No, you're thinking about Independence Day where he punched the alien in the face.
Oh yeah. But you see, this
you don't know anything about anything live action.
Anime podcast. This is why anime podcast. Remember, guys.
This is why you want a live action anime movie to finally work, so you could finally know a live action movie.
Let me watch real movies, bro. You feel me? Nah, but like, I don't know. Like, there was movies like Tokyo Revengers. I think
as a live action,
more budget, they could have made a better live action movie. Mm-hmm. I think it was a little ass, but it wasn't bad. Because it's still kind of like one of those, like, kind of like young shonen type of movies. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. I got faith, bro.
I'm just saying.
I got faith, bro.
If the track record is this bad, like say you're a teacher and you got a student that it's like every test they take, they gonna fail. They failing. Are you gonna really like after the 17th test? You're gonna be like, nah, I think he got it this time. If he consistently fails, no progress.
Yeah.
Like, that's what these anime movies have been doing. They've dropped them, and they've consistently failed. No progress. Yeah. Especially from Netflix. They ruined Death Note. They ruined, what's that other movie that they recently did? Or a show now? Cowboy Bebop. They ruined that one. They ruined, what's another live-action anime they produced?
I don't even know.
Netflix live action anime in itself doesn't have a good track record. Yeah. Netflix has a worse track record for live action anime than the whole thing. It's in its own entirety.
Yeah,
bruh, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. I don't care if Oda's a part of it. It's just that the way that One Piece is set up, the way the characters look, the fact that it has like crazy, insane powers and different like type of settings that you would have to like set up and like roam your way through, it just doesn't feel like it's going to work. And I feel like they're spending all this money for nothing. Shout out to Oda for getting that bag though. Like, good on you. You scammed those guys. You scammed these people like a Nigerian prince in fucking 2013.
I'm crying.
But son, it's not gonna be a good movie.
I think the One Piece movie will be a one-off movie. It's an experimentation.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a one-off movie because nobody's gonna watch it, and nobody's gonna watch the sequel.
Like you make a good point that it cannot be a sequel because of the expansive worlds in One Piece.
Bruh.
And I don't think they want to make a sequel. I think they just want to make a statement.
Like, imagine how they're gonna make Arlong look or any of the fish people.
Yeah.
They gonna look crazy.
I think they just want to make a statement. Like, yo, like, we're gonna put all the biggest budget that we think we can do and put it into a live action movie because we've been messing up, and let's see if we can make it. I'm gonna give them the chance.
I'm not.
And let's just see this One Piece movie. I mean, the One Piece movie literally is not even one arc. It's like 3 arcs in one. Because I don't even know if they're going to show Arlong, because they already got Nami on the team, technically. They already got Sanji on the team. They got Zoro. So I think they're going to skip through all the stuff that they know they can't do and just give us like kind of like a movie that just overcasts like the beginning of One Piece. And that's it. I think that would be it. You know what I'm saying? They're skipping all the hard parts or all the parts that would be a little dumb.
We'll see, bro. I don't believe in this movie. Oda, shout out to you for getting that bag, but don't sit down and try to tell us that this is gonna be like the GOAT. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not gonna be good. But
sorry, Oda.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I won't like it. Guaranteed I will like it. And if I do like it, best believe I'll come back on this podcast and keep it 9,000 and explain to y'all that I was wrong. But what's gonna happen is me and J. Cole are gonna sit in these seats and J.
We ain't forecasting shit. You gonna let it happen.
And J. Cole's gonna look into the camera. J. Cole's gonna look into this camera
and then what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say?
Be like, yo, guys, this movie was trash. I'm sorry. Nah, you're not even gonna say it's gonna be trash. Because of this moment, you're gonna be like, it was mid.
No,
you're gonna be like, it had its moments. That's exactly what you're gonna do.
You're
gonna
be like, all right, guys,
it had its moments,
we have to
but the movie was kind of mid.
We have to appreciate the artistic value of the acting. The direction was fire. CGI was executed
what
well.
They were trying to do.
The story, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta do a rose thorn butt. We can't just give them straight thorns, bro. We gotta give them the flowers for what they attempted to do. If it's bad, you know what I'm saying?
Look at him already coping for himself.
Yo, bro, you gotta have a game plan. What are you talking about? And if you're wrong, what is you about to say? What are you about to do, bro? Huh? If you're wrong, what are you about to do? If it's fire.
That's the thing. I'm so confident that I'm not going to be wrong.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
I'm so confident. Bro, I don't got a plan for that because it's just not going to happen.
Steph Curry in the last fucking finals. Look what happened
from the logo.
Destroyed by Braun, yo. Oh, man. Live action Netflix is coming like Braun. I mean, Braun lost too, but.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Pause. But yeah, speaking of mangaka too, yo, Japan is wilding. So the Japanese government's like, all right, guys, all mangaka now need to reveal their faces. You cannot be hidden.
They said mask off like Future.
And that's a problem because you got mangaka like Horikoshi, the mangaka of My Hero Academia, who does not show his face. Mm-hmm. He kind of just wears like a mask everywhere. Mm-hmm. And like people have aliases. That's like if like J.K. Rowling had to come out and be like who she actually is. Mm-hmm. I think it's a violation of basic
we all know
rights.
what she looks like.
Yeah, I mean, that's her fault. She wanted the publicity. Yeah. These guys clearly don't want it.
Nah, that's true. It's kind of crazy that these manga companies are like, yo, so we need you to draw 80 hours a week. And they're like, yo, can I at least not show my face? And then the manga company's like, yeah, sure, we don't have to show your face. Yeah. Then 30 years later, like, we're going to need you to draw 90 plus hours a week. And people don't know who you are. We need to see your face, man.
And you're going to have to do these product placements because now that they see your face, you're an influencer now. So you're going to influence everything. Tourism. Be like, yo, travel here. Mm-hmm. Buy these cars, Toyota cars. Oh, yeah, but the industry not looking good. Yo, draw it into your manga.
Draw it in.
And then get into your manga and say, this is me and my Toyota Prius.
Yeah, and you better be posting about it on your Instagram. I don't have an Instagram. Yes, you do. 100,000 followers right now.
Blue check verified.
Check verified. We need you at 500K by the end of the week. Make it work.
Bro, it's just, they so disrespectful. Like, that's such a crazy ask, bro.
Son.
That's a crazy ask.
Bruh, I love my anonymity. So if I was one of these mangaka, if I was any of these mangaka, I would definitely be out there fighting it. This is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially like with how intense anime fans can be, bro.
Yeah.
Like
you see yourselves. Y'all know yourselves. Come on.
That's a fact. Y'all know yourselves.
Because I know myself. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, why he writing like that? You know?
Son. And just the comments that we get from us just analyzing what we've seen in certain anime.
Yeah.
Imagine to be the person who created it and then do something that the fan base don't like.
Oh, so I actually so I was listening to another podcast and they had like a guy who worked in the anime industry in production, and so like apparently production studios try to go to Twitter to see feedback of how each episode is, and the guy was like, yeah, there's one point where I just had to deactivate that shit for a little bit because it's just too much. Like they be asking for stuff we can't do, and we try to really accommodate them. Like it's crazy. I think it was the people who produced the new Trigun. Yeah. Like he was the executive producer on that from that production studio. Yeah, Studio Orange or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy. Like
Nah, that's insane.
we can't satisfy them, bro.
Nah, anime fans are. I said it once. I said it again. They're fucking annoying, bro.
It's true.
They will. Yeah, they'll make you mangaka. Fight for your right to hide your faces, because if these anime fans figure out who exactly you are, bruh.
And once they find out who you are, they're gonna find out where you live. They're gonna find out where your kids go to school.
Start doxing you. Yeah, that's a fact.
Facts. Like, come on, we learned. We know. It's not like this is like new things in the world. This is industry standard. We know this happens. Like,
bruh, the fact that we've had fans murder their idols before.
Yeah,
we've had it happen with Selena.
I don't know about y'all, but YouTube, there was this girl who used to do covers named, I forgot her name, Christina Grimmie, I think, rest in peace. But she, I think, got murdered by one of her like deranged fans too. She was doing like a meet and greet, and he just walked up and murked her, bro. Like,
bro, yeah, we don't need this happening in manga, especially since, I mean, but then again, like, there's some manga that we need to talk to too. So like,
I would like organize sit down conversations though, not me finding your address on Google by the corner of your wall.
Hold on. It might not be such a bad idea if we get to know who these mangaka are, because there's some that need a quick little talking to.
Bro, you cannot get the guy to keep making Hunter x Hunter, bro.
Togashi.
Let him take his breaks. Let him sleep, bro.
Togashi, or what's another one? There's a mangaka that we need to have a quick conversation with.
I mean, I might need to have a conversation with the Rurouni Kenshin guy, but that's just on principle.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
You know, like that's I don't want your manga, bro. I want the hands. It's different.
Nah, that's a fact. Or yeah, there's some mangaka that we can do a quick talking to. So maybe this doesn't have to be the worst idea, but
you know, protect our manga. Come on. Keep it at 9,000. Y'all here fluctuating over here.
Wait out all the options.
You feel me? But
got a little Venn diagram, positive, negative, both.
Both of them.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah, let's switch it up though.
Let's do it.
All right. So, last week we spoke about Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes, sir.
And how Rurouni Kenshin is newly getting a reboot. It's actually dropping next month, I want to say, some point this summer. And also, we just hit summer this past Wednesday, was it, right?
Yeah.
So we're officially in the summer. We have a lot of new anime dropping. One specific reboot, the Rurouni Kenshin one. And it had me thinking, what anime that we've seen in the past would we love to see get rebooted?
Okay.
I have my list. I know you have your list, and I kind of just want to get in that conversation real quick. Like, why we want to see it rebooted? Do we think the original series did enough of what they had, and what would we like to see change in the reboot if it ever came out?
Okay, let's get to it. Shoot, there's a lot, bro. There is a lot. Sorry, guys. We look at our phones when we make this podcast. Love y'all, though.
Yeah. All right. My first one is Elfen Lied.
Okay.
Elfen Lied, fire anime. Basically, it's a anime about these women who were experimented on, and throughout the experiments that they had on them, they developed these powers. Where these powers essentially were they had a specific amount of like invisible arms, and the invisible arms had insane strength and could do like anything. Essentially, those invisible arms were kind of like a Pokemon that had like a Vine Whip, where you can just like,
yeah.
But they were deadly with them, son. And it's a short anime. It's only like 12 episodes, but it's going through one of the girls that had experiments done on her. She was let out into the world, and they were like killers, but she ended up hitting her head and became very docile. And the people who were doing experiments on her set out to find her. And down the line, you find out that there's more people like her who can do what she can do, but she's like one of the stronger versions of them. And it's an anime that I would just love to see like get rebooted, mainly because like the animation was fine for back then. It came out in the 90s. But what they could do now with, like, if a Mappa animated it, if a UFO table animated it, if a Period, when they actually decide to put budget in their anime, decided to animate it, bruh, it would do crazy things. And it could just stay short too. Like, that's an anime that I love just because it was like you're in and you're out. Like, some anime you need to watch 20 something episodes to get the full like story. With this one, I forget the exact episode amount, but it definitely wasn't over 24. Okay. And it was just like an easy, simple watch. Definitely really gory, really bloody, a whole lot of action. Good story too. A good amount of like twists and turns within it. But to be able to take all of that and bring it into like the new era of animation, I think would make the story a lot more compelling. Especially like you can relate it to certain things going on like nowadays, in certain metaphorical ways. I just think it was a great anime, and I would love to see it again in this new day and age, and just have it like more make it more like connected with the times, you know. Okay. Like have like relating themes to things that everybody in the society currently experiences. I think that would help it a lot.
All right, I can vibe with that. I can see how it can come out. There's just to bounce off of that. There's an anime that I watched that kind of was I actually read it and I watched a little bit of it, but the anime was really bad. It was called Claymore. Very like similar like concept. It's like these women are all like kind of like genetically engineered to be like these warriors and fight against the beasts in the world. And the beasts are literally essentially just like the warriors who go like, I guess like rogue, like kind of go crazy, essentially. And it's just based off like the government trying to control like these women and make them become like weapons of mass destruction. And so the main character, I think her name was Claire. I forgot her name. But essentially, she's like, this is wrong. We're actually killing each other. Like every time one goes rogue, I feel like the story has been repeated a lot too. But it's just like we're killing each other. We need to get it together. And so she tries to put some sense into the other girls around her, but they're all just like militaristic. They're like, bro, what are you talking about? It's either you're with us or you're against us. And I just think like overall the production of the anime was really bad. Like, because the manga was really good. And I think that the anime, one, I guess they didn't have the budget to do production, so it had a very short run. And two, like, they just tried to conclude it too fast. They pulled like a Promised Neverland where they're just like, all right, guys, this is it. Take it as it is. So I think that Claymore would probably be another good anime to bring back with a reboot for sure.
100%. Nice. Nah, Claymore would be fire to see. I'd never seen Claymore, but I definitely heard a lot about it, especially when we were like middle school and high school time.
Yeah.
And people used to love it back then. I gotta go. My favorite. I will never stop talking about this anime. Yu Yu Hakusho needs a reboot. Yu Yu Hakusho. I think we mentioned it in a podcast that we were in a while ago. I think it was when Lou pulled up on the pod. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of those animes where it was 100+ episodes. It could have been shorter, but just a little bit shorter. We don't need to see a 60 episode Yu Yu Hakusho. You would skip too much. But I think on 110 or maybe even like a 90 lowest would be a good way to see in Yu Yu Hakusho. One thing that I loved about Yu Yu Hakusho, just like the color scheme of it all, like it was really like bright pastel colors. Like you use Yusuke's green, Kuwabaro's blue, Kurama's pink outfit. Like everything really like popped in the series. And to take what they did design wise and update the animation, I think would be so fire. Because we actually saw it with they did like a 1 episode continuation. Have you seen that? No. Basically, something's going on with the spirit world where somebody had like a specific type of bomb that would just like blow up everything, and the gang needs to get back together to be able to like stop it. Really good animation.
Do you know when I was done? Like when? Like mid 2000s, 2010s. Like
I want to say 2010s. It couldn't have been done more than like 7 years ago.
Okay.
So like the animation was definitely like more so recent.
All right. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, dope story. I mean, we all know like one of the craziest opening lines. This is Yusuke Urameshi, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, to kill your main character in the beginning, fire.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, and I would just love to see like the fight scenes with like real animation where you can see like every single frame, every single movement.
Facts.
That would be so fire.
Oh yeah, because I mean back then they were using like cell work where they would like just like put like paint it on like the little plastic shit and then move it around the scene. You can only do so many because it's all hand painted and drawn. 100%.
Now we have all these computers that can do the actual work for us and make it look fire.
Yeah.
In animation, bro.
Yo, what's crazy is before I give you my next one, off of that, like that cell work animation was so fire. I Googled the other day. I was like, yo, did they ever make like, is there any One Piece kind of like pilot shit where like they made One Piece but like in like that older 90s style? Because One Piece came out in like the 2000s, so it came out like late 90s, early 2000s, but they were already like kind of like post that generation. And I found the movie. There is a One Piece like pilot movie that actually has kind of a different plot than like the original first 2 seasons of One Piece. But essentially, it's like Luffy like going on an adventure, and like it's all drawn kind of like Hunter x Hunter '99. It looks like that, like hella like punchy, like good animation, like fire. And it was made by the guy who animated what's that? Code Geass.
Wow, okay.
The main production director of Code Geass animated that movie. That was like his like first like big movie. Cool. So yeah, definitely go check that out. But I would love to see Metabots. As
I still don't agree with this, but
my
you gotta
come back.
talk about it.
So I don't know. I just think that there was a lot of like franchise series, like friend, pal, monster type beats for kids, and I think that Metabots is a cool.
That was really the what do you call it? That was the the template back then.
Yeah,
they're like, yo, what we gonna make? We need a show to sell. All right, so we got a kid, and he has a monster.
Yeah.
And that monster could fit in a ball.
Yeah.
And they were like, print it, Pokemon, sounds good. And then somebody was like, all right, we got a kid. And he has a monster. But that monster lives in the digital world, not the human world. And now the kid is in the digital world. And he has to figure out how to live in the digital world with the monster. Yep. They're like, you know what? Sounds like a plan. Print it. Yep. Like, we got a kid. And he got a deck of cards.
with monsters. It's true, bro. It was every I guess like young boy's fantasy back in that time was to just have an imaginary friend.
That was like the
follow
biggest
you
template.
Everywhere.
Yo, they were like, yo, I need to make an anime. What do I need to make? All right, we got a kid, and
he has a gang of crackheads who follow him around the Bronx and help him out along his way. So we're gonna call it the Bronx. Yeah. You think it's gonna sell? Nah, bro, don't leak that. Like we don't want no problems with these people.
But seriously, it's like we got a kid with a spinning top that has a monster in it. That's just what they did in the early 90s, late 90s and early 2000s.
It was a vibe, man. But like, yeah, like Metabots, I think will have a crazy evolution because one, like, it was like, it's predicated on kind of like the technology of that time. So all their monsters are controlled, like the little robots are controlled by like these little like remote controls. Bro, now we have like smartphones and like, like more advanced contraptions. I feel like they could really go crazy and make like some cool little like robots. I would honestly love to see CGI with it too. Like have them animate Metabee and all his other homies kind of like fighting each other and like have him like controlled from his smartphone. Maybe he's live streaming. He's like, you're some guys hear my boy Metabee. He about to bust this nigga's ass, son. Nigga thought I was gonna lose. Fuck out of here. We here. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be cool, like for the nostalgia. I don't think it would be a long run though. I think it might just be like one of those like here we did 24 episodes, or you know how they be doing reboots sometimes like 52. Yeah. Here's 52. Go ahead, we're never bringing it back. But yeah, like I think they should get their money with that. I think it would be cool.
Interesting. I just wonder if they still have the fan base for it. Like fan base was children, but like are the adults that like back then still like talking about Metabots? Yeah,
so the reason why I thought about it was I was watching YouTube the other day, and so the guy who voiced Metabee was a black guy actually for the dub, and he was just like, yo, like dude, like we have to bring this shit back, like this is hot. And
people trying to get a check.
People just hitting me. Yeah, that could be it. I mean,
so many people talking to me about it.
Come on the podcast, bro. I'll support your dream.
It's like those Ned Declassified guys. Are they still trying to bring back Ned Declassified? We tried to bring Ned Declassified, but they wanted iCarly.
Oh yeah.
they so tight right now.
Yeah, they kind of sick about that, to be honest. But honestly, the way I watched their podcast, the way they kind of said it, it was kind of like, they don't really want us. Like, they didn't even want the main guy to be the main guy in the beginning anyway. Like, they had to bring him back.
They were like, Ned, he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah, he's done. But yeah, what were we saying? Yeah, reboots and stuff that people want. Yeah, I feel like people want it. Also, low key, there's a connection to the Digimon universe through Metabots. So I feel like that'd be cool if they explore that in like the new reboot as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, I got a random text from a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say my next one is Saint Seiya, also known as Knights of the Zodiac.
Yes, sir.
I would love to see Saint Seiya get rebooted, mainly because watching it as a kid, it was one of those anime I was just like, whoa, shit could get real out here.
Okay.
Like in one of the first episodes, I think it was like within the first 20, you get to see like a major death of one of the coolest characters in the series, the Phoenix dude, which like
Rest
that
in peace.
one,
He got murked. I remember that.
yeah, murked, and then eventually, like, spoiler alert, he ended up coming back because he's a phoenix. It was fire. But basically, like, I was back in the day, I was a huge fan of Power Rangers, and seeing a show that was like Power Rangers in the sense of like the transformations, because back then, like, every transformation was like, the only transformations we were used to back then was like Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And then, like, I guess in Yu Yu Hakusho, you had a couple of transformations, kind of. But Saint Seiya was all about transformations.
Yeah.
And not, like, transforming the person, but, like, granting the person a specific suit that would allow them to transform into a specific thing.
More like in-battle transformations and
Exactly.
less, like, permanent kind of, like, this is you now, you evolved, you can't go back type of transformation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And get to see them, like, yeah, it was just cool. It was a fun watch, especially, like, in that age. And I feel like now, if they remade it, they can make it like a lot more adult, like what they did with that live action Power Rangers.
Yeah,
which was kind of fire. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Saint Seiya is just something that I would like to see because of that. It doesn't have like the most like original / compelling story, but with what they were able to do with what they had was fire to see back when we were younger. And I'd love to see like a more adult version of that as I'm older.
Okay, I'd vibe with it, bro. I'd wait for it.
Yeah,
I think they should put it out. My next one's gonna have to be the original Naruto series.
Of course. Here we go.
I would love to see the original Naruto be made into a reboot. I think that when they showed us that 25th or I think it was like 25th or 20th anniversary
I think it was like the 20th, yeah.
Clip, it just kind of like solidified like, yo, like they had the capabilities to make it. Like like you know, like all those little scenes could just be extended out. You feel me? Like I think that the original Naruto was fine. Like there's honestly nothing wrong with it. It's a good anime. You can watch it today and still be like, wow. Like I mean, first 120 episodes at least.
Yeah.
Like you can watch it and be like, yo, like this is like a solid anime. But I think that updating it, giving it like some new animation, low key, like definitely speeding it up a little bit. Like I remember, what was that fight? I think it was the fight between the three Sanin. That was just long,
unnecessary.
It was just like dun, 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 dun. That's the Bleach theme song. But like they're just like in the corner, like, you gonna make a move? Nah, you gonna make a move. Kabuto making a move in the back. Like, bro, they was just wasting time in that shit. Like, there's so much time wasted, so many unnecessary fillers that can just be cut out.
Yeah.
I think that if they do that, Naruto, OG Naruto, and just Naruto series could probably get more respect that it deserves. I feel like people still shit on it because of the fillers. And I mean, yeah, granted, like, I like filler, but like, yeah, they're not good.
But after Naruto versus Sasuke, there was no reason to continue the series. And they kept
episodes.
it going for another like 2 years.
Yeah.
Son.
That's kind of wild. They did 100 episodes of filler.
Bruh.
That was kind of crazy.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
For everybody who was a part of that team to know that the series was officially over. And they were like, nah, we could bleed these motherfuckers dry for more content.
I mean, but they probably also like, yo, guys, we getting a check. Yo, bills coming in, guys. Come on. You know, now you can feed your kids for the next 2 years while they work on Shippuden.
Nah, that's a fact.
It's kind of a tough battle.
True, I get it. But they must have been going home talking to their kids and they're like, Dad, what's going to happen to Naruto next? And he's just like, honestly, it don't matter.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not real.
it don't matter. Just stop watching for another 2 years until it actually does.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, hopefully they do it, man. I think live action Naruto would be crazy.
Nah, what?
Yeah. I just think that in real quick. I just think that in I'm playing remastered, rebooted Naruto would be crazy. Honestly, live action original
Naruto will
Naruto.
be trash. Let's not do this. We're not gonna play this game. It's
Another
not gonna be
episode.
good.
Another episode.
It's not gonna be
Y'all,
good.
what do y'all want? Let me know. Man, I seen that shit on YouTube a few times. I think it could work.
Nah, the live action My Hero on YouTube was fire.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
With the fighting? Yeah. That was fire. But you can't have heteromorphs in that. Like no.
You got makeup.
No. It's dumb. It's so stupid. Let's just do one more each.
Yeah.
My last one I'm going to go with is Tenho Tengi or Tenjao Tenge, however you pronounce it. Fire anime. Super short too. Only like 22 to 24 episodes. Basically the story's about a kid who's just he kind of starts off like Yu Yu Hakusho a little bit in the sense of like you have a kid who's just a punk. He likes to get like in a lot of fights, and he sees himself as the toughest guy in the neighborhood. And he has this one friend, black guy, a Jamaican black guy named Bob.
What's good, Bob Marley? Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's back when Japanese people only knew like 4 black people. So they're
Bob,
like
Jaquan,
it's Bob Marley, Michael Jordan,
Malcolm X.
and Martin Luther King. That was it. But yeah, he goes around and then he goes into this new school where, bruh, the school is just filled with killers.
Okay.
And he's just like, hey, what's good? I'm the new kid in town. And I'm going to take over. It's basically like, you ever been on the train and then you have that one kid that pulls up and is like, back when we were kids on the train. And he just pulls up on the train and he goes, everybody in here can suck my dick.
Yeah.
You've seen those kids on the train.
Of course.
He pulled up on that type of time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then he bumped into the wrong kid. Pulled it up to this kid who's like, usually like more like docile, nerdy type of vibe. And, he tries to like shoot the fair ones with him, bruh. He gets washed. And I'm sure you've seen the scene where the dude like puts the food in the other dude's face, and then the other dude just beats the shit out of him.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He puts the food in his face.
I didn't know that was Tango Chenjao.
That's Tenjao Tengi, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's that scene, and to be able to see that remade.
Yeah,
yo. To see that scene specifically where Mans is just getting washed, kick, punch, right hook, left hook, elbow, boom. Like to see that not live action, remade.
Gotta get a little bit with that one, right?
Yeah, I just think it would do problems in the anime industry as far as like shutting shit down. Would love to see like a company like MAPPA take it over, just because like it has like Dark Trio vibes. Tengi. And yeah, we need that to come back ASAP because it definitely like made noise when it first dropped. There's no reason that it shouldn't have continued. I just think it was one of those things back in the day where they were like, it was so niche.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it didn't work. It didn't pull as much as we wanted, so we'll just completely shut it down. Mm-hmm. But if they brought it back now, I think we would have a crazy fan base for it.
I'm down for it. Like just to segue into it, like there's just something about the mid 2000s, the aughts, whatever people want to call it, the 2000s, like that was just like fire. Like, because one, anime production companies, mangaka were not scared to write like interesting kind of like slice of life elements into like powered anime or like fighting anime where like, you know, like there was more of a story. Sometimes when I watch anime now, I'm like, it's way too like straight to the point. Like, where's the jokes? Where's the humor? Where's the shit that makes me feel like you know, like I like these characters more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I feel like in the 2000s we had that with anime. So like my honorable mention is going to be Air Gear. I'm watching that right now, and like very similar to the Tenjao Tenge, like kind of like just like the mid 2000s, kind of like raunchiness, like young teenagers in Tokyo just doing angsty, their things, angsty. But my last pick is full of angst. It's actually going to be School Days. So I think that School Days should get a reboot. One, the series is not that long. It's only 12 episodes.
Bruh, haven't there been enough people who saw it when they were young that were emotionally traumatized by it?
They gotta grow up and rewatch it.
Like, hasn't this show emotionally traumatized enough people? You want them to remake it and traumatize a new subset of people?
I think it was a good dramatic story of like a man who just got like clearly used by women, but then it got framed as the user. Clearly,
Bro, this is crazy.
Like,
I never heard School Days being described in a red pill perspective.
Nah, but let's be real. Like Makoto, Makoto got led on by Shorty in the beginning of the series, and then she was just mad because he was trying to go to the other girl. Finds out the other girl is mid and whack at everything and not what he wants, and then he tries to have both, bro. That's just. Like, yes, he's wrong for it. Like, bro, break up with the girl. But, like...
Man said Makoto was a high-value man. What was he supposed to do? Not sleep with all of these women?
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Just kidding.
I mean, God.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like we need something like that to, like, low-key, like, make the industry a little more spicier. Like, that's
something
very...
to push the envelope?
Yeah, push the envelope. Like, people don't really talk about, like, the romance slice-of-life genre that much in the mainstream of, like, what anime's talked about.
You think a remake of School Days would do that?
I think it will push the genre and maybe make people make more shows and content like a little bit more spicier in the anime industry. So I'm for it. Mappa do that too. I think if Mappa does it, it's gonna look great. Especially that last episode, it's gonna look crazy.
I don't know if we need all that.
Yeah,
I don't know, but nah, School Days. I like it because of the novelty of it, just because it's so different from any of the other anime that I watched. But bro, it's gonna traumatize you if you watch it. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
School Days is it's a wild show.
It's a wild show.
It's a wild show.
But yeah, if y'all what anime do y'all want to see get a reboot? Hit the comments and let us know. Cause there's a lot. There's more on the list. We can keep making lists.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows to watch,
lot.
man. There's a lot of shows to watch. But
So
yeah.
much. It's fucking Zatch Bell. I'm sure this bum ass wants to see Prince of Tennis.
No, I never even
remade.
watched Prince of Tennis. That wasn't my shit.
That was just your transition.
Huh?
That was your transition
to what?
to the next topic.
Oh, yo,
You just missed it.
I
over
completely
your
missed
head.
it, yo, bro. The lob said, "Where, yo, Prince of Tennis was ass. I'ma just jack that. Sorry, Taishu, my boy, love you, but it's not. It was not the anime for me. But people always be talking about sports anime, and guys, my friend Kevin does not like sports anime.
I do not.
So we got a request on the Discord to talk about sports anime. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk about sports anime.
Gotcha.
All right, guys. These are my. He's giving up already. He's like, hold on, let me get a blunt real quick.
Let me get
a real sport.
a real sport thing to worry about.
I'm crying. So these are my top 5 sports anime that you should watch. I'm going to go with the first one being Run with the Wind. So it's a running anime based off these kids who want to participate in the Tokyo Ekiden, which is basically like a 121-mile run across the country, where it's kind of like a relay race, like a 2-day relay race, where they run like different legs of the race to win. Yeah. And they train, like it's sponsored, corporate, everything. Like it's crazy. But beautiful anime. It's only 12 episodes too, but really made me want to run. And I mean, I was already running, but got me in my bag. I think that's the thing about sports anime. If the sports anime can make you feel like you want to play the sport, it did a good job. If the sports anime made you feel like you should just play the sport and never watch sports anime again, it probably did a bad job. But yeah, that was that one. The next one, Kuroko no Basuke. Beautiful sports anime, Kuroko's basketball. You already know it. Main character wants to be the best and dominate the world. He gets the other secondary main character who wants to help him destroy all of his boys that he used to play with, like, which is crazy. Like, It's like, yo, like, bro, this is their weaknesses. Like catch him to the left. He got no defense, like, or whatever. But I think Kuroko's is a good one to watch if you like basketball. 2 baseball ones are going to be Ace of Diamond and Big Windup. 2 different stories. One is about a pitcher. One's about a catcher. Yeah, if you like baseball, go check that out. And my last sports anime recommendation is going to have to be the current one that's running right now, Blue Lock.
You haven't even finished it.
I haven't finished it, but I think that if you want to watch a sports anime and you want to watch something that's like different and fun, I think Blue Lock is a good watch. You know, like
I didn't mind Blue Lock. I didn't mind Blue Lock when I started watching it. I just don't like sports anime, so I had no incentive to keep watching it.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is fine.
Yeah,
Like I get it. There's a story.
But
I don't care about the story.
yeah, it kind of just fell short for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think Blue Lock is it. But yeah, that's my top 5. If y'all want more sports anime, I haven't really watched much after that, so I really can't give you most of the recommendation. So yeah, I'll just recommend that you watch Keeping It 9,000 next week for the next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. This has been Keeping It 9,000. If you liked what you saw, please give us a follow on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok. We have a YouTube as well. Go to subscribe to that. Smash that notification bell because we drop content every other day, almost every day. Also, if you guys want to talk anime on a more personal level, we do have a Discord.
Yes, sir.
So hit our Discord and join that to join our community. And last but not least, if you are listening to this episode on a podcast platform, please give us a rating to help us just get out there on the RSS feeds, because that's some real old school shit that not many people are tapped into, but it's still clearly an industry that works. Like, we have a podcast. We don't just make videos, you feel me?
Yeah.
So tap into that. But yeah, as always, it's been your boy Jay Queasy over here. We have
Kev Light, doing it right.
It's been Keep It 9,000. Thank you for keeping it 9,000 with us, because we'll always keep it 9,000 with you. And we'll catch you on our next episode. Peace.
It's over 9,000!